Hello everyone, today I'm going to be trying Michelin New Orleans cuisine for the first time at the Bywater. The founder of the Bywater is David Kinch, who also is the mastermind behind Manresa, which was a 3 Michelin star restaurant, which unfortunately has since closed down. Either way, I know he's going to be cooking up some great stuff at the Bywater, so let's go. I just made it here to the Bywater and I ordered all my food and it came out really quickly, but I want to start off with my drink first. I just went for something simple, lemonade. And you know, you really can't go wrong with lemonade. It tastes really nice and tart, but definitely is a bit on the sweet side. The first dish I want to start off with is the chicken and waffles. This is one of my favorite southern dishes. You really can't go wrong with it. I feel like it's just a staple. So I'm just going to start off with the fried chicken on its own first. It feels really crispy and crunchy. That definitely tastes like Michelin fried chicken. The fried chicken on the outside is so nice and crispy. And I love the crust on there. It's just this really nice, satisfying, crunchy shell. And the chicken there is so moist and juicy. And you definitely know that it's been brined because of its tender texture. And I really love all the toasty and warm spices in that batter. And I love the sweetness from the maple syrup as well. But now I'm just gonna go for a bite of chicken and waffle. Wow, this looks incredible. This just looks like one juicy and delicious bite. The waffle already feels still crispy even though there's a little bit of maple syrup on it. That is just plain awesome. I love that waffle. It's really nice and crisp on the outside, but not overly crunchy. You get that additional hard crunch from the chicken, and then the inside of the waffle is so fluffy. It's almost like a cake. In a way, it almost reminds me of that. And then I love how it goes with the chicken, because you just get the nice sweetness and toastiness from the waffle. It tastes like there's some sugar in the batter, as well as the maple syrup on top. That paired with the chicken is just out of this world amazing. But now I want to get another bite, because it looks like there's some sort of red sauce on the chicken as well. Wow, that sauce is a nice addition. It tastes a little bit tart and tangy, but I also am tasting a little bit of celery powder that's inside the chicken batter. But then the nicest part about it is I love the green onions on top. I wasn't sure how green onions would go with a waffle, and they really add a nice crisp and crunch to it again, and then that goes really nicely with the chicken as well. I swear I could probably eat 10 of these chicken and waffles, although I probably shouldn't. They're just really that good. And you know, as soon as you take one bite, it's just like eating a chip. Once you take one bite, you gotta have a whole lot more. Now I'm gonna try the breakfast plate. I'm really looking forward to this one because there's a lot of variety. It comes with a biscuit, and then they let you choose 2 eggs in any preparation, as well as a choice of meat. So I decided to go for the smoked brisket, and I am so looking forward to that because as I'm sitting out here, I'm just smelling all the smoky deliciousness of the meat smoking, and I have a feeling this is gonna be pretty tasty. I also drizzled on their spicy sauce, which is made with sriracha, they said. Well, this meat is so addicting. This is literally the smokiest meat I've ever had, and I've had a lot of barbecue. I love the outside because it's nice and burnt and charred, so you really get that crustiness. And even the inside of the meat, it just tastes like you're eating pure smoke, and it tastes like they're using really high quality wood. I can tell that because it's just the rich smokiness and complexity to this meat, and then that sauce on top really adds a lot. It's not overly spicy, just mildly spicy, nice and sweet, as well as really garlicky, and it just complements the meat so well. It really adds extra flavor. Let's just get a bite with our egg as well. As much as I love the egg with the meat, next time I will probably just get half a pound of the brisket, which is another option for ordering it, because really the meat is so delicious and I could just eat it on its own. You really don't need all the other sides, but now I'm going to see if it's worth it because I want to try out the biscuit, which comes with a little bit of maple syrup and butter on the side. This biscuit looks so delicious. It's so thick and heavy, but then it also seems really fluffy in a sense, and it seems quite moist in the middle. And I believe it's actually not maple syrup on the side, but it's a mixture of honey and butter. You know, you really can't go wrong with a biscuit and honey. I love the outside of the biscuit because once again, I noticed a trend here. They love their crunchy textures because the outside is really like this rich, crunchy shell. And then you have a little bit of coating of sea salt on the outside. That has a really nice saltiness. It really brightens up the flavor. Inside the biscuit is so light and fluffy, and then the honey butter is the perfect complement. I love the sweetness, and I really taste the fragrance of the honey as well, because they're using pretty good quality honey here. Now I want to go for the po' boy. They had so many different options, and again, this is a Southern classic, a po' boy sandwich. It's a little bit of bread spread with a thick layer of mayo, and I decided to get mine with the andouille sausage, and the waiter recommended, he said you pretty much have to put on their signature mustard sauce on this, and I have a feeling it's going to be great. The mustard sauce smells really fragrant. Once again, I love this sausage. It's thrown into the smoker and I can really tell. I just love the smokiness, and it has a really nice and snappy texture on outside. Love the casing, and then it just tastes a little bit of chilies. It's not too overwhelming. It's a lot less spicy than most andouille sausage I've had, and I think it's because it's for the sandwich, so it goes great with the really nice fluffy bread. And then there's a little bit of cabbage as well as some sort of mayonnaise or aioli, and I love that mustard sauce. It has this sort of cumin flavor, and it really adds a lot. Our final savory item are the Creole fries. I'm really curious about these because I love Cajun fries, but I have a feeling these are going to be like the flavor of Cajun fries without the spiciness. At least that's what my guess is. You know, you really can't go wrong with Michelin fries. Again, they're perfectly crispy on the outside. This time it's not a hard crunch, but I love the size of them. They're the perfect width for me. Not too small, not too big. And I love the soft, delicate inside, but it's not overly pasty. And then the seasoning on the outside is really pleasant as well. Tastes almost like a seasoned salt. I definitely taste a lot of paprika, as well as a little bit of celery salt again on the outside. For dessert, of course, I had to get the beignets. You really can't have any sort of New Orleans style food without having beignets, which are basically just donuts, and they're covered in powdered sugar, and it also comes with a little bit of chocolate sauce on the side. There's so much powdered sugar on here. The whole plate, as well as each beignet, is covered in a thick layer, so I definitely got to be careful to not choke on it. Alright, I'm just going to go for a bite of our beignet plain, just so we can see how it tastes without the chocolate sauce. These are really interesting beignets. They have a very interesting texture. The outside is nice and crisp, and then the inside is a lot more dense than a typical beignet. It's not quite as chewy or fluffy. It's more of like a flaky texture. I mean, the inside almost looks like the inside of a croissant. So it's nice and rich, but I love the powdered sugar on the outside. It really adds that iconic sweetness you get from beignets. Now let's just go for a bite with this chocolate sauce. It looks so rich and delicious. Oh, that is good stuff. That just tastes like pure melted dark chocolate, and it really tastes like they're using a high quality dark chocolate. It's the perfect balance of rich bitterness, and it goes great with the beignet. It really adds so much to it. I really like that it's high quality chocolate, and it doesn't taste like it's watered down. It's just really nice and melted and ooey gooey, and it's so warm, and that warmness goes great with the warm beignet as well. This was a fantastic meal I had here at the Bywater, and it was even better than I thought it would be. I knew it would be good because it's on the Michelin Bib Gourmand guide, but it was still incredible and even exceeded my own expectations. My favorites for sure were the brisket. I really enjoyed that breakfast plate. However, next time I'll probably just get the half a pound of brisket on the side, because I mean, that stuff is just so addicting and smoky and amazing. You also have to get chicken and waffles if you're here. I know that they always have it all day, no matter whether you go here for lunch, brunch, or dinner, but you've got to try it. It's seriously some great stuff. I love their juicy chicken, and the waffle just goes great with it. Y'all should definitely check this place out. Once again, I'll have a link to their website in the description down below. You are going to love this place so much. Anyways, I really hope you all enjoyed the video. Make sure if you did, give it a like, and also make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.